Good morning, students. Today our subject is embedded systems and IoT, and it covers. We are going to cover our first unit. Okay. The topic is 8-bit embedded processor. Here we are going to see about 8-bit microcontroller architecture, which is an important topic for an exam point of view. Instruction set and programming, and then programming, parallel ports, timer, serial port, interrupt handling. Here we are going to see about the basic difference between a microcontroller and a microprocessor, and where these applications and all are using this microcontroller and microprocessor, basic differences. And then in the instruction set we are going to see about what type of instructions the microcontroller and the microprocessor is using, and then following the programming structures, and then parallel ports. So basically we want to know a difference between a parallel port and then serial port, which are used in this microcontroller and then microprocessor. So after that, interrupt handling. Generally you all know what is an interrupt. Interrupt in the sense there is a small disturbance. So interrupt handling, as we have already seen in our operating system subject also about this interrupt. Okay. So let us jump into the topic. First one is 8-bit microcontroller. Here the basic we will going to go to see is what is microcontroller and what is a microprocessor. So our textbook is Muhammad Ali Mazili. So our book is 8085 microcontroller and embedded systems. Here it will cover basically 3 units, and then other one covers remaining 2 units. So this is a microprocessor. You all know what is a microprocessor and where it is used. So students, microprocessor generally will be used in real day-to-day life you are all using, which is CPU. So now we are going to see the basic difference between microprocessor and a microcontroller. Before that, what is a microprocessor? The microprocessor is nothing but you all know on daily basis you are using CPU, central processing unit. This processing unit contains certain microprocessors which will be of RAM plus ROM. So what is RAM? This is a random process memory, you all know. What is the purpose of RAM is it will store a temporary contents. Okay, so and then by using this you can fetch the contents from the which you need to search. Okay, at the next one is ROM, read only memory. The best example for ROM is your storage area BIOS systems, okay, which is comprises of ROM. Okay, so this contains certain microprocessors. These microprocessors are generally used for a multiple task or else huge task. Okay, so it also contains several storage areas, and then microcontroller also contains several storage areas, which you will see in the difference part. Okay, so here you can see it is an important part of computer architecture which will perform a basic arithmetic and logical operations. So these operations based on the type of microprocessor we are using, because this will vary in the processing speed. Okay, and the next one is it is a digital device which can use to fetch the input which you are giving as a high level language, and with the high level language it will process into the processing unit. Your input will be processed and then decoded, and then it will be showed as an it will be converted into machine level language, and again it will be converted into high level language in your output device. So these are the microcontrollers. You all know this is a microcontroller which comprises of accelerator, AD converter. AD converter is nothing but analog and digital converter. And next one is RAM, microprocessor, memory program, and then input and output peripherals. So what is an accelerator? So accelerator is nothing but this is a frequency converter. So in India generally our frequency is 15 hertz. Okay, so in USA and all, if you in other countries and all, it will be around 16 hertz. Okay, so this is an accelerator. This accelerator is only important for the speed of the input processing. Okay, so you are typing as a in a keyboard, if you are typing as a or B, some words you are typing, and you are giving as a calculation part, etc., etc. So you are giving after 5 plus 6 you are giving enter. So after you are giving enter, how speed that 5 plus 6 will be converted into high level languages to machine level language and decoded it in your processing unit, and how fast you will get the output from the output device. This accelerator is responsible for it. Okay, that is the function of accelerator. And analog and digital converter, as you all know, the conversion between analog as digital and digital as analog, this will be done by a analog and digital converter. And RAM, random access memory, you have already seen this, what is the function of random access memory. And also microprocessor, as we mentioned in the previous slide. And the programming memory, this program memory varies depending on devices, which will be on higher memory comprises or lower also, based on your purpose and based on the price. Next one is input and output peripherals. This is after you are giving an input, this will be converted into the machine level language, that is called input and output peripherals, and after decoded your output will be shown in your output devices. This input and output peripherals is responsible for that conversion. So next one is a microcontroller. So as you have mentioned, it is a small computer, single integrated central processing unit. Okay, it consists of it will perform several small tasks, and which will be used in control systems, medical devices and automotive devices. As you have seen, GPUs and all, these GPU where you will be located, where your vehicle will be there. For that purpose and all, this microcontroller will be used. Or else another example is a small toys, remote cars and all we are using. For the remote cars and all, we will have a microcontroller, and then automatic micro oven, AC, automatic climate control, AC in your car. These and all contains a microcontroller, which will be of a small memory device. It will perform a task fast with a smaller memory. But microprocessor contains a task, more big task it will be you will do, and with a larger memory and a larger processing speed also. So this is volatile, it is a non-volatile memory also, in which a processor is used for computation, memory is used for data storage. So this microcontrollers is used in certain areas like home automation. Home automation example is HVAC control, smart lighting, and then security systems. You will use MI cameras and all, which will detect automatic crime, and then which will detect any anonymous persons passing away. This are all controlled by your home automation microcontroller systems. And next one is consumer electronics, like I said earlier, microwave ovens, and then washing machine and home cameras, etc. And automotive systems, climatic control, ABS, EBD systems, both in bike and then car we will use this microcontroller as an automotive systems. And medical devices, insulin pumps, heart rate monitors, thermostat, thermometers, etc. And then in industry it uses process control, robotics, and sensor devices in a robotic sensor devices and all. Smart grids, wearable devices, fitness watches, which will track your heart rate, and then the speed you are monitoring the heart rate, and then walkable distances, etc. things and all. Next one is traffic light control, and then agricultural automation. There and all it will uses the microcontroller. These are some examples or applications of your microcontroller devices. Okay. So these are the basic difference between a microprocessor and a microcontroller. So first one is a microprocessor. It is a center of the computer systems, which will be used for all the operations for your computer, the input you are giving. And next one is a microcontroller is a center of the embedded system. You all know embedded is comprises of hardware and software. So that it will be used in example, you have said a microwave oven, which is comprises of both hardware and software. Microcontroller is the center of embedded systems. And next one is memory and the input components are external to it. Memory and the external components are internal to it. So in microprocessor, consider the CPU itself. The memory which we will use like SSD, NVMe, and then hard disk and all, it is an external part we will use we used in a microprocessor. And the controller, microcontroller, it has inbuilt memory itself. Okay. So next one is a large circuit and it is a small circuit. So for huge operations, I also said earlier, and multiple tasks which will be more efficient than the microcontroller in microprocessor. So for large, it consists of large circuits and it is of smaller circuits. So next one is a compact systems. So microprocessor used systems are not compact. That means not that much portable. So laptop is already portable only, but compared to that, microcontroller used systems are very much portable and a compact one, which will be easier to use. And also it is a low cost systems when compared to a microprocessor. Microprocessor which is a high cost system. Microcontrollers are low cost systems. And is a power efficient too. Microprocessor. This microprocessor consumes more power, which is a high power consume, and the microcontroller, which is a low power consume one. And it has a power features. It will be fast one, and microcontrollers don't have power feature. Power feature in the sense it has inbuilt power features. That is, without external electricity, we will use we will use the microcontroller devices like toys, etc. But CPU, it don't have a power features. It may be present in the personal computers, and then it will be present in music players, washing machine, microwave oven, toys, car, automatic control system likewise. And it has more number of registers. It has less number of registers. Microprocessor has less number of registers. And then it follows a human model. It follows a hardware architecture. Okay, it is a byproduct of microprocessor and peripherals. So microcontroller is a byproduct of microprocessor only. Microcontroller is a byproduct of microprocessor, and it is a silicon-based integrated chip. And it has RAM, ROM, and other peripherals are absent here. Here RAM, ROMs are inbuilt one. In microcontroller itself, it's an inbuilt one. So next one is it uses internal controlling for communications. And it uses a bus for communication purpose. The high speed, it is speed depends on its architecture. So next one is this is general purpose handling more number of data. It is for specific applications only. Specific applications includes in washing machine. It is used for swing, rotate. Likewise, only it is used. So it is a microcontroller is used for only a specific purpose. So next one, complex and then expensive. It is a simple and affordable. And it requires a less instruction. Microcontroller requires less instruction for doing some operations, and this microprocessor uses large type of instructions. Large instructions we want to use. So here are the types of microcontrollers. The first one is an 8-bit microcontroller. Next one is 16-bit. Next one 32-bit. Next one ARM based. Next one is PIC based and AVR microcontrollers. These differences between the microcontroller lies on speed and then on architecture. So it depends on architecture and then speed also, and also storage purpose and what type of operation you are going to perform, which depends on this. This variety of microcontrollers has been divided. Okay. So first one is 8-bit microcontroller. It's a basic microcontroller. It's a basic microcontroller. It's a limited processing and then power. So next one is a 16-bit microcontroller, which has more advanced than 8-bit controller, and it has some common. It is used in commonly in medical devices, industry controlled devices, and all. We will use this 16-bit microcontroller, which is faster than the 8-bit microcontroller. So next one is a 32-bit microcontroller, which has more powerful than both this 8-bit and then 16-bit controller, and it will be used in gaming industry and high-speed industries and automatic GPS and all. We will use this 32-bit microcontroller. And next one is ARM based. Nowadays ARM based and all used in production of mobile chips and all. We are using ARM based microcontroller, which will be higher end devices, which will perform various high operations. We use ARM-based microcontroller. And PIC, this will be microchip technology. It is an advanced one, and it uses advanced microchip technologies for a fast processing purpose. So next one is AVR microcontrollers. It will be manufactured by Atmal Corporation, commonly used in robotics. It will be used for robotics purpose. So if you like this video, kindly like this video and then comment and share to our channel. And if you have any doubts, drop your comments in comment section. I will answer. So thank you.